these adjustment things over here. Adjustment mode. Alright? Lots of things you can do. You can make it darker, you can make it brighter. The exposure setting, if you wanted to make it brighter. Don't go to extremes here, folks, because when you do, it whites it out. Okay? So, as you adjust this thing, we can turn down the highlights if you want, and then apply. You can see a subtle change. The shadows, let's go darker with the shadows. Gives you that bolder look. If you want a cooler feeling, come down here. It adds more blue to it. If you want a warmer touch to it and make it sort of summerish, go for the yellow, the warmer look. It adds yellow to it. So you can adjust this thing how you want to. All right? Make it look the way you want it to look. And when you get that done, this is sort of the happy middle here. Get it back to somewhat normal, okay? Hit OK. That's the image you want. I would definitely save it to the project first. Just hit OK. And then whatever you do, export it. All right? If you are doing your document in a PowerPoint, which seems to be the popular software to use for the physical document, it allows you to insert images very easily and text. Okay? If you do it in Word, same concept. Word text is very easy. Images, a little easier, but not so much than PowerPoint. It will be a lot easier for you to get this JPEG into those PowerPoint/Word documents than it will be than trying to get the internal image out of Revit again. Okay? So right off the bat, I would save this outside. Let's save it to the desktop here and hit save. Now that it's saved in 2 locations, all right? If you need it in the document, you can put it in there real quick. If you need it outside the document, you have it available to you. Once you hit show the model, it goes back to the original, doesn't keep it. Okay? Now, for interior spaces, let's go into level 2 real quick. Bless you. Alright, a couple things. We're going to pop in a camera, and it's under view and 3D and camera. And as I told you before, if you get close to the wall here and then point it in a direction you want to see, it will show you exactly what you want. And there you can see I got my cabinets on top of the countertop because I put them in afterward. All right, let's delete those so that I can actually see stuff. It looks like I've got a normal view, but when I actually go to realistic style here, most of the time it will show up. It's only when you start to render that this thing will turn exactly black because I'm actually still touching the wall here, even a little bit touching. So if I move this out into the room, I'm better off. Second thing, you'll need interior lights. All right, we're going to go up here to architecture and component, and we're going to load. Oh, I hope it's loaded. Computer. Oh man, not there. Let's see if it's in here. There's a thing called a studio light. If the studio light is in, and it's not, a couple things you can do. Come to here, and actually, where was it? Control panel, appearance, oops, back, hardware, change desktop, change the screen, uninstall, change display language. Here we go, folder options. In the control panel, if you come here to view and show hidden full files and hit apply and OK, and then close. You'll now notice that when I open up the C, I've got this program data right here. That's where most of the Revit files are stored, at least the libraries. Okay? Now that I have it open or viewable, I can come in here, load, computer, C, program data, Autodesk, RVT 2016, libraries, Imperial, lights, lighting, architectural, internal. You've got to go a long way. Studio light. There it is. Once I hit that, then you can pop a few of these in here. And you will have an interior light source for rendering purposes. Doesn't matter where you put them as long as you get them put in there. Okay? Now that I have that, I can come back here to the architectural camera view and stretch this out a bit. Did I do that on level 2? I think so. Yup. Hopefully. Well, I can't see them. Hopefully they're there. If not, we'll know real quick. Once you hit render, which is R twice, we'll just go with a real low one here. We're going to pick interior artificial only. And just hit rendering. Now, when it goes through this, it will take all of those lights into account and illuminate the room. Those lights specifically have a certain wattage and voltage that you can show in there, okay? And you can change it depending upon what it is. I'm not going to wait for it to go through that, but essentially that is the entire scene. Now you notice I got black, so I did something wrong and the lights weren't in this space here, okay? So that's basically interior rendering in a nutshell. A couple things. If you want your walls to be more realistic, all right? If you look at any interior wall, even this room, at the very bottom of the wall, we have what's called base. And the base is a trim board that covers up the wall or the flooring for the floor to the walls. It's this transition, okay? You'll notice that in this space, we don't have that, all right? If you want to put it on, they are called sweeps. We go to edit the type here. You've got to open up your preview, and you have to see it in section. And you'll notice that it pops up this direction. Once you hit edit here, the sweep pops up. All right? We're going to hit sweep. We're going to add one and add another. The type you add is base. Let's do a vinyl base of 6 inches and a vinyl base of 6 inches. Lots of stuff here happening. Material, that'll be just fine from the bottom, and one we have to have on the interior, and the other one we have to have on the exterior. Once I hit OK, you'll notice that it put that little trim piece there, which is the same kind we have here, being commercial. Hit OK, and now, once you hit OK, it's changing every wall that was that typical. Delete the element. Okay. You'll now notice it has a base associated with it. If you want crown mold, same concept. You just add it to the top of the wall. If you want a chair rail, like this one has, add it 4 feet up. All right? There are lots of profiles you can put in here to make your wall look a little more realistic. All right? I'm not saying that you have to. I'm just saying if you want to. Last thing you're going to need to know is how to get all of this stuff on a sheet so that you can print it off. The one thing Revit really is very poor at, it's printing. In fact, I could not print this right now the way it is. It's just very difficult to get it to that point. All right? Down here at the bottom, there's a thing called Sheets. There it is. I'm going to open it up. With the template that you use, it's already got predefined sheets for you. All you got to do is use them. Okay? Let's take the floor plan, for example. First floor. There. Pops up a title block. A lot of you were asking about title blocks. This is where it comes from. The nice part is, all of this stuff is changeable. I can click on the owner and type in my name, or your name, or any name. Okay? I can type project name, CGT 164, final project. Alright? That makes it nice. Problem is, got to do that with every single sheet that you have. If, however, you come up here to manage, under the manage there is project information. Save it real quick. Alright? If you click on the project information, you can change it here very quickly. Alright? What is today? November, let's call it 1. Project status, okay. Design, owner, or a, fingers. Enter the address if you want. Project name, CGT 164, final. Project number, I tend to use 0001. There we go. Once I do that, I hit OK. You'll now notice that all of that information changed. And every sheet that you have, even if it's a different title block size, will change accordingly, so that you only have to do it once. That's what makes this such a nice component, is that once you get it done. Now, click on the view or the title block. You'll notice over here in the properties, it's an E1. All right? E1 is 32 by 41, I think. Okay? You can't print that size. Right? So let's go and get a 30 by 42. There we go. Let's go change it to 11 by 17. There it is. There's an 11 by 17. Something a little better. You want it 8.5 by 11? You have to load it. How do you load it? Well, you come here to Sheet, and you hit New Sheet, and then you want to load, and you're going to go back to the same location you just went. Program Data, Autodesk, RBT, and Libraries, and Imperial, and title blocks. There we go. You got A's there, B, C. These are all engineering based. Okay? You want A, pop it in there, hit OK, and then now we have a title block that's A. If I want to go back to the first floor, change it to A. It's a matter of picking one that I actually have a title block for. Okay? If, however, you have a floor plan, I strongly suggest you use 11 by 17. It will allow you to get the biggest scale on it and view it as clear as possible. How do you get your floor plan on this thing? Is the big question. Well, we come back up here all the way to the top and we call level 1. We pull it, we click on it, we hold, and then we let go once we're in this space. Okay? And then you will notice that it gets popped on there at a really, really big scale. Okay? This is where this, at the bottom here, identifying the scale comes into play. We're going to right mouse click once we select it. And we're going to activate the view. Once I activate the view, lots of things that I can do. First off, I'm going to hide the category of the topo. And I'm going to hide all of the category of trees, because all I want to focus on is floor plan. Right? Next thing, it's at an 1/8 of an inch scale. We need to get it something lower. So let's go to a 16th. There's a 16th. We right mouse click, deactivate, and then we pull this over into the space here. Now, associated with it is this little legend type thing. Wherever it went. There it went. Okay? First off, we're going to click on it and move it up into this space first. Okay? But it's got this really long tail. Okay? The tail comes in the same size as the viewport window. So when you drag it over and put it in there. Right? How do you get it shorter? Click on the actual viewport. It actually then pulls up this thing, which you can come and stretch it back to a normal size here. And then, lo and behold, move it where you want to. Right? Now, you are able to print this thing. And I think even it associates the scale accordingly with the title block. So you don't have to do anything. Save it as or print it off as a PDF. It will save it for you as a digital print, PDF. As long as I come up here and do print and use PDF, it will save it as an 11 by 17. Properties here, you can change them if you like. Advanced, right now it's on letter, so we'll change it to 11 by 17. Hit OK and OK and OK, and it will go out and save it as a PDF. Okay? Because that's really all a PDF is, it's a digital print. If you're saving this in color or printing in color, all right? Print it off as a PDF in color, take it to any copy shop, and they can print the PDF for you in color. Or, I believe civil engineering has a computer lab that has a color printer in it. It's the only one I know of. Okay? But I think it costs double what a normal print does. But it's there for you if you want it. Okay? Is it necessary to print in color? No. Alright? Does it gain more attention in certain items? Yes. Is that attention always warranted? No. Alright? It's up to you completely to figure out what you want in color and not. Beyond that. Now, that's how we got the floor plan. Let's go to the second level here. Sheet here, real quick. First floor, reflected ceiling. I'm going to create a new sheet and use 11 by 17 and hit OK. And then I'm going to call this A1, A1.1 and hit OK. And you'll notice it put it right under my floor plan here. But I want this to be a floor plan as well, maybe dimension. Okay? So what happens when I come back up here and I try to click level 1 and drag it out here? It tells me I cannot do it because I've already used that page on a different sheet. Alright? So how do you get the same floor plan on a different sheet if you have dimensions on it, or if you have furniture on it, or if you whatever? Well, easy enough. We come here, we right mouse click, and we duplicate the view with details. And you'll notice that it changed quite a bit. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do find, and oops, and I'm going to hit consistent colors, which doesn't do me anything. Give me a few bricks here. Let's put a floor on it real quick so that I can actually see something. Yeah, big old square. Alright, there's my floor. And it didn't show up. It didn't show up. Oh, it's countertop, that's why. It's 3 feet up. Oops, let's go wood. Why not? There we go. Hit OK, and there it is. It's probably hidden. Yeah, it is. Unhidden category. There we go. Alright, so we've got a real big countertop and the floor there. Alright, now that I got that, I can see the difference here. If I go level 1, I still have the existing floor plan, the way it was. All right, level 1 copy. Here's the new floor on it. I come over here to sheet 101, 1.1, drag, drop, click. You'll notice it does the same thing and puts stuff where it wants to, okay, as the 16th. And then I don't know, this is out here by itself, okay? Like I said, right mouse click, activate the view, hide the stuff if you want, category, right mouse, deactivate, pull this up into here, and drag that back. So there is that component. Now, right mouse click, activate the view. It changed over here from consistent colors to and it didn't come with it. But it should have had the floor plan, but you can see there are colors associated with it. Alright? So if you can get as many floor plans as you like. Alright? Just duplicate the view with detail. Hide things that you want, like dimensions possibly, names of rooms, furniture if you're putting furniture in it, and just go down the list of things that you can highlight there. Alright? Now, the last thing, then we'll let you go early, is what happens if I want my sheet here. A lot of people ask me, how do I get this title block into AutoCAD so that I can put my AutoCAD stuff on the title block and make it look consistent, okay? And that's the last thing we'll chat about. Click on it. You're going to come up here and we're going to export and CAD format and DWG, all right? The only thing that's in there is the title block. So it will actually export your title block as a DWG, which makes it sort of nice. You hit next, and we'll save it here to the desktop, which is great. And sheet A1 name. Sure. Title block. Hit enter. Goes away. We come out here. We open up AutoCAD. If I can find it. AutoCAD. Close enough. While it installs. All right. You'll notice that somewhere down here there's a title block. Okay. As AutoCAD opens though, strongly suggest that you put the title block only in the layout space. Okay? Start a new file. Actually, just create a new one. And as it cycles through all the stuff that it has to, should just hit open. Desktop, title block. There it is for you, already in the layout space. Now, this is assuming page setup. Right now it's at 8.5 by 11. So if I want to change it, AutoCAD PDF, let's just go to Adobe and 11 by 17, hit OK, and close. Now you'll notice that it popped in there nicely. All right? All of the text here will come in as text, so that you can double click on it and change it. Unlike Revit, where everything will be changed automatically, you got to physically go in and do it every layout here. Now, how do I get it from layout to layout, or from my layout here? I'm going to do Control C, which is, I don't know, Command C, I think. I'm not a Mac person, so Control, okay. Control C, drawing over here, get it into your layout. Control V, and you can copy and paste it between layouts there. Okay? And that would be how you were able to get from, or have a consistent look of all your CAD stuff into your title block. Okay? Assuming you want to do that. Now, do you have any questions about anything dealing with Revit?